Now we will switch to the topic of project life cycles. So when we talk of project life cycle, here there is a diagram also. This is same diagram in your book. Most of the text is from your book. So project life cycle is a 4-stage process, right? This is very important, not only from examination point of view, but also real life point of view when you deal with a project. The first thing is that project goes in conceptualization stage. So this is the first stage of the project, right? In conceptualization stage, we are coming up with the idea or ideas, I should say. Here we are coming up with the solutions, right? We are thinking, okay, what the solution would be, right? What are the ideas to create a solution, right? So we are actually developing a business case, right, for the project, right? And if you understand, it also means the feasibility we are establishing, right? If I want that, okay, I am a project manager of a company and I want my company to give me a project that, okay, I want to work for this project, and this project will improve the inventory management system of the company by 10%, reduce the timings by 10%, then I want to establish a business case for it, right? I want to prove that it is feasible to do it. And I want to prove that, okay, whatever benefits it would bring, it will be more than the cost of undertaking the project. And when the top management listens to me, they would say, yeah, go ahead with it, buddy. Yeah, it makes sense. So that is what we are doing, right? In conceptualization phase, right? So here in the book, these things are clearly mentioned, which are good to note, that in conceptualization phase, I will decide the scope of work, right? What I will do, what I want to do in this project, right? What resources are necessary? I have to identify them. I'm just doing the paperwork, right? And I'm figuring out what I would need, right? Suppose I am doing a software project, then I will find out, okay, I need how many programmers with what kind of qualifications or what kind of skills, okay? I need one software developer who knows Visual Basic, right? So something like that, right? So, and then important organizational stakeholders are signed on, right? So I will convince them that there is a business case for that, that, okay, it is good idea to invest money here because it will bring more benefits than the cost. And then organizational stakeholders would say, okay, go ahead. That is what it means. Stakeholders are signed on, right? So this is the first phase, conceptualization, right? So we are figuring out the scope of the work. Second is planning stage, right? Here it is mentioned. Planning stage. We create all the detailed specifications, schematics are set up, schedules are set up, right? And all other plans are developed, right? So total work is broken down in pieces, as I said already, task 1, task 2, task 3, right? Then individual assignments are made. The work is not started yet. The work has not started yet, but we are telling programmer 1 that, okay, you will do this part of the work. Programmer 2, you will do this part of the work. So we are just assigning the work, and everything for that is delineated in the sense we are figuring out the timelines for that, right? So what needs to be done, when it needs to be done, right? So that is about planning stage, right? But planning stage is planning, right? It is mostly thinking ahead, right? It is mostly thinking ahead and kind of making decisions about future planning. So that was planning stage here. Then the third stage is execution stage. Execution stage. This execution stage we are talking. And if you see here in execution stage, maximum resources are being used. I'm highlighting it for a reason, right? So when this diagram is drawn, if you see that this diagram is drawn on two axes of the graph, if you pay attention, right? So this is horizontal axis. I'm highlighting it now with the blue horizontal axis. On horizontal axis, we took the 4 stages. And then there is a vertical axis, which I am highlighting right now. We took what? We are measuring man hours of work or dollar value which is spent or some other variable which measures the activity, right? So you will see that maximum resources are spent in execution stage of the life cycle of the project. And minimum resources, my understanding is, are spent in conceptualization stage. Because in conceptualization, you need the idea, not the resources, right? So resources. So those resources, some books measure it in terms of man hours. On the y-axis, man hours means how many hours have been how many hours have been spent on this project or are likely to be spent on this project, right? So, and or sometimes some companies write a dollar value also, if you have the dollar value, right? So you will have one estimate or the other. Either you will have a dollar value to be written on y-axis or vertical axis, or you will have number of labor hours. So you can put any of them, and then the figure would be, the diagram would be more like the one shown here, right? So in execution stage, actual work starts, right? If it is construction of bridge in execution stage, the bridge construction has started, right? So put it this way, right? So, and then materials are brought to the site, right? So construction has started, or if it is a software project, then programming has started. Programmers have started coding the software. So the real work has started in execution phase of the project. And it also gives here that now we have started developing the solution, right? So that is what it is. And then last stage is termination of the project, right? So projects will definitely end at a point of time, right? We have already talked about it, that projects are not ongoing. They won't go on forever. At a point of time, they have to be closed. At a point of time, they have to be kind of terminated, right? So this last stage of termination, right? This last stage of termination shows us that we are now actually closing the work, right? We are closing the books. And if we had some people working on this project, now they have to be reassigned to other places, right? If I had 2 programmers and I have completed this project, right, hopefully successfully, right? So termination hopefully would happen, and we have hopefully would happen after we have successfully completed the project. But this may not be the case always. Sometime project would be terminated and we have not successfully achieved the end goal of the project. Unfortunately, that may be situation. But here we are talking of termination, closing down, right? So if I had some employees, for example, software developers or programmers, I have successfully completed the software for inventory management system. And now these software programmers are free. Now they will be reassigned to another project because my project is complete. Now I am closing it down. I am terminating it after successful completion, right? So final quality checks, if have to be done, these will be done, right? So termination just means, or closing down just means we are closing the doors. we are turning the key and then we are turning off the lights. That is what it means, right? So this is termination of the project.